Sponsorship is a capital asset. It works across channels, makes other forms of marketing pressure work harder, and it can address multiple brand and business objectives all at the same time. Without sufficient sponsorship expertise in-house or external advisory like us, brand owners tend to make these same mistakes. And here are six. First, evaluating sponsorship like it's media. Media weight matters. Reach and impressions can represent significant value within a sponsorship deal, but sponsorship isn't simply media. Evaluating sponsorship using the same tools and level of rigor that you would apply to a media buy misses much of what determines whether the investment will perform. It's like assessing heart health without a blood test. Evaluation should start with measurable business and brand objectives and then test the opportunity against them. Number two, paying more than the rights are worth. Without an independent view of fair market value, the rights holder's asking price can become the anchor point for the negotiation. You need your own view of value. Otherwise, you can negotiate well and still overpay. Number three, buying the package the rights holder wants to sell. Rights holders build packages around the inventory they have available. Brand owners should start with what they need the sponsorship to accomplish, then determine the rights and assets they need to get there. Number four, underestimating the importance of the deal structure. It's not just about the rights and the price. Base versus variable compensation, contract term, annual escalators, renewal terms, and exit rights can materially affect the economics and flexibility of the partnership. Number five, moving too quickly to sign. Sponsorship opportunities often come with urgency, competitive interest, rights holder timelines, or internal enthusiasm. Move efficiently, but don't skip the work. Understanding strategic fit, audience alignment, rights, fair market value, activation requirements, and risk before committing to a multi-year relationship. And number six, underfunding activation. Rights fees secure the opportunity. Activation puts those rights to work. The appropriate ratio of activation spend to rights fees varies by property, by category, by objectives, rights package, market, and activation strategy. You need to understand that requirement before you buy the sponsorship and not after. If you can afford the rights but can't afford to activate them effectively, you may not be able to afford the sponsorship. The common thread across all six, much of the foundation for sponsored performance is established before the contract is signed. Get those decisions right, and you create the conditions for the partnership to perform. If you recognize some of these mistakes in how your organization approaches sponsorship, well, we can help with that. We bring the specialist expertise, the data, and the decision discipline to help brand owners make better sponsorship decisions. Let's connect.